The sleek corridors of the mining station echoed with the harsh clang of metal boots against reinforced flooring. Captain Marcus Rodriguez adjusted his plasma rifle as he led his squad through the abandoned facility, searching for survivors of the recent pirate raid. The distress beacon had been broadcasting for 3 days, and Terra Command had finally authorized a rescue mission to the remote asteroid belt. "Sir, picking up life signs in Sector 7, reported Lieutenant Davis, her scanner blinking with soft blue indicators. 2 signatures, both weak but stable. Marcus nodded grimly. The Crimson Fleet had been terrorizing civilian installations for months, leaving destruction in their wake. This mining operation had been home to over 200 workers and their families. Finding any survivors would be a miracle. They moved carefully through the debris-strewn hallways, past overturned equipment and shattered viewports that offered glimpses of the star-filled void beyond. The station's artificial gravity still functioned, though the lights flickered intermittently, casting eerie shadows across their path. The life signs led them to what appeared to be a maintenance closet. Marcus pressed his ear to the door, listening for movement within. A faint whimper reached his ears, followed by hushed whispers in a language he didn't recognize. "Non-human," Davis observed, checking her universal translator. "Appears to be Elvani dialect." Marcus felt his pulse quicken. The Elvani were a peaceful species known throughout the galaxy for their advanced healing arts and diplomatic nature. They rarely ventured far from their homeworld, and finding them here was unexpected. "Stand back," he ordered, carefully entering the override code into the door panel. The heavy door slid open with a pneumatic hiss, revealing a cramped space filled with emergency supplies. Huddled in the far corner were 2 figures that made Marcus's breath catch in his throat. The first was clearly an adult Elvani female, her elegant pointed ears and silver hair marking her noble heritage. Her clothing, though torn and stained, bore the intricate embroidery that indicated high rank among her people. She held protectively, against her chest, a smaller figure, a child perhaps 10 years old in human terms, with the same distinctive features but darker hair that caught the emergency lighting like spun copper. Both beings looked up at the armed humans with eyes wide, with terror, the adult placing herself firmly between the soldiers and the young one. "Please," she whispered in accented but clear standard, "do not harm my daughter." Marcus immediately lowered his weapon and raised his hands in a gesture of peace. "We're here to help," he said gently. "I'm Captain Rodriguez with the Terran Defense Force. Are you injured?" The Elvani woman studied his face for a long moment as if searching for deception. Slowly, she relaxed her defensive posture. "I am Princess Lyanna of House Silverleaf. This is my daughter, Elena. We were traveling as cultural ambassadors when the pirates attacked. How long have you been hiding here?" "3 days," Lyanna replied, her voice hoarse with exhaustion. "We had no food, very little water. I thought we would die in this place." Elena peeked out from behind her mother, studying the humans with curious golden eyes. Despite their ordeal, she managed a small smile when Marcus offered her a ration bar from his pack. "Thank you," she whispered shyly. As they made their way back through the station, Lyanna explained what had happened. The pirates had struck, without warning, overwhelming the station's minimal defenses. In the chaos, she and Elena had become separated from their diplomatic escort and taken refuge in the maintenance area. "The pirates were looking for something specific," she said as they walked. "They kept demanding access to the communication arrays. When the station manager refused, they became violent." Marcus felt anger burning in his chest. The Crimson Fleet's reputation for brutality was well documented, but attacking diplomatic missions was a new low, even for them. They reached the docking bay where the rescue ship waited. As they boarded, Elena tugged on Marcus's sleeve. "Will we really be safe now?" she asked. Marcus knelt down to her level, meeting her earnest gaze. "I promise you, kid. No one's going to hurt you or your mom while I'm around." The journey back to Terra Station took 18 hours. During that time, Marcus found himself drawn to the small family he had rescued. Lyanna proved to be intelligent and well-informed about galactic politics, while Elena displayed a boundless curiosity about human culture and customs. On my world, Liana explained during one of their conversations, we have a saying, the worth of a being is measured not by their strength, but by their willingness to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Your people understand this. Truth. Marcus felt a flush of pride. We try our best. When they finally docked at Terra Station, a crowd had gathered to witness the arrival of the survivors. News of the rescue had spread quickly, and diplomatic representatives from a dozen worlds had come to offer assistance. As they disembarked, Elena suddenly broke away from her mother and ran back to Marcus. She threw her small arms around his waist in an enthusiastic hug. "Thank you for saving us," she said, her voice muffled against his uniform. "You're a hero just like in the stories." Marcus felt unexpected moisture in his eyes as he returned the embrace. "Just doing my job, Elena." Liana approached, tears streaming down her elegant features. "Captain Rodriguez, my people will not forget this kindness. You have given me back the most precious thing in the universe, my daughter's future." As the diplomatic corps swept the princess and her daughter away for medical examinations and debriefings, Elena called out one last time, "Mom, I'm home," she shouted joyfully, her voice echoing through the station corridors. Marcus watched them go, a smile playing at the corners of his mouth. In a galaxy often torn by conflict and misunderstanding, moments like these reminded him why humanity had ventured to the stars in the first place. Not for conquest or glory, but to stand as guardians for those who needed protection. The rescue mission had lasted only 48 hours, but its impact would resonate for years to come. The bond forged between three species in that cramped maintenance closet would eventually grow into a lasting alliance, proving once again that courage and compassion could triumph over the darkest forces in the universe. And somewhere in the diplomatic quarter of Terra Station, a young Elvani girl was learning that sometimes heroes came in the most unexpected forms.